Pranam Guruji.
Pranam, Sonali. All right, today 13th of August 2022. So we'll have our the only session number 115, and our today we'll have understanding of the pranic energy, how it is operating. We are practicing it anyway, but we will have some clear understanding. There are many of our members have newly joined or not participated in any workshop so far. So we'll have that clear understanding how that energy flows, what is the meaning of it, how we can invoke pranic energy, and what are the types of the prana available, and how we invoke them, and also how to channel this energy for other aspects, our spiritual journey, as well as our own healing. So first, to understand what is the pranic energy, it has been called in a different names, and in Sanskrit, it's simply called as a prana, and in the Reiki and other method, they call the life force energy. So whatever name you call it, it is that energy which runs our life. So basically, to run our life, the energy needed. Pranam Sanjeev. And to run our lives, the energy is needed. And it is like normally I will explain is, suppose there is a electric bulb. So that if the bulb is, the electricity is passing, only then bulb will glow. Or there may be a ceiling fan. So only when electricity passes, only then the table fan can work, can perform, do its duty. But when it is switched off, then it cannot perform. It doesn't have energy. Or you can consider is a fuel in the car. So as long as the fuel is there, the car will run. But if the fuel is not there, no matter how good the car is, it cannot run. So it is that energy needed to run our life is called the pranic energy, the prana. And so it is basically that energy which runs our life. If the prana leaves the body becomes a dead body. So that permanently leaves the body. That becomes same thing. Some person has died. He will have all the organs, everything, but it cannot perform. So that's what we call it a dead body. So that prana makes the difference. The energy makes the difference. Energy makes our human body to function. When it leaves, then the human body will become as equivalent as like it goes back to Pancha Mahabhuta. It's made of the 5 elements. That elements goes back there. But as long as the energy is running, so then runs the human life. It's not only human, any other life forms also, they runs with this pranic energy. Now in this, when we live on this planet, we get that the pranic energy in the various forms. Welcome, Madhu. And we can get this energy from our primary from air, where we breathe. Also, we can get it from food, and that the food that comes from basically the all energy of the food comes from the sun. The sunlight falls on the plants and trees and all, and generate fruits and vegetables. We eat them. the plant eaten by some animal or some, the bird or things, and people take them, or fish, they take them, then indirectly it comes. So it is one way of getting that energy. And but the most important part is that from air, the pranic energy enters in our body through air, through the breathing. And this supply need to be permanently given. If people can live without food for a day or two or maybe more, but this without breathing you cannot. Normal people, I'm saying. I'm not saying some master have siddhis, they can even do that, but I'm not talking about that. I'm saying in general. So our source of our prana is breathing. So that's why even you cannot, live with, even a few minutes without breathing. So now what we'll discuss today, we'll discuss about these aspects of how to invoke the prana in the body, as well as food. It is clear that whatever food we eat, so each of them, they have received this pranic energy from nature, either sunlight, air. From there they get this prana. If we eat some food with high level of prana, then we get that higher level, as simple as that. Like if it is a fresh fruit, so directly plucked from the tree, and we eat them, then there is no prana lost. If we do further, you cut them, some prana is lost. If we cook them, some prana is lost. So like that, it is the level comes down, and even that's why there are many who are on the spiritual path. They go into the level where they take only the fresh fruits and vegetables, not anything which is cooked, or even, of course, the masters normally they don't take anything which is dried earlier, like any non-veg. All non-veg food falls under that category, or some vegetable or fruit kept for a long time, frozen for a long time, that loses its pranic value. I'm not saying good and bad. I'm just saying the clear understanding what happens. If something is dead, suppose there is a chicken, and the chicken is dead, say 4 days before, or maybe 15 days before. So pranic level will come down. It's no longer alive. So definitely, so if we take that, then it will drop down our pranic level as well, because it is low in prana. So, and the prana that runs our energy, stomach may be full, but will be low in prana. And as it is, I will discuss separately all that, because of all the diseases happen when the pranic level comes down. Then the disease attack us. So how to be healthy and all, you have to be high level of prana, saturate our body cells with prana. We will come to that technique later on. But I'm just giving you understanding. So when the breathe, so more clear the air, fresh the air, the pranic level is high. If it is a polluted, contaminated, so that will not give that kind of prana to your body, but the fresh air they can. So that's why the person lives in the natural surroundings, they get a higher level of prana automatically due to breathing. So this is about the normal way of getting prana. Now, as we are on spiritual path, we need this normal breathing just to live, just to survive. We need that higher level of energy to raise our vibrations, so that we can activate our chakras and Shushumna Nadi. That is our energy system in the body. Now I'll explain how it works. So, okay, we get this prana from this air, and out of that, how do we know? The air contains different types of energy. Like we like to say FM radio station, we like to listen to a particular station, but there are a lot of FM signals passing through the air. So how we can ensure that the whatever we need, the pranic energy, the prana is entering into our body, not any kind of energy, no negative energy, no such thing is entering into our body through breathing. That technique to invoke pranic energy into our body or filter it out, other energies, only the pranic energy will enter. That technique we follow is 3:2 stomach breathing. This 3:2, this rhythm is called cosmic rhythm. We are born with it. That is a natural rhythm. When a baby is born, first 6 months it takes stomach breathing 3:2. That's how it gets maximum amount of prana for its growth and things like that. It automatically happens. And when people they grow up, then become the teenage and all, then free will has been given. It's not automatic. And that is the time also people start getting, have their own free will and getting, because of that, they get emotional. And then when people get emotional, the emotion changes the breathing. So any kind of act with emotion, suppose if you get angry, you say the breathing is very fast. So if you get fearful, you will have very different types of vibration, breathing changes. So because the emotion changes your breathing. So if you get this kind of emotion, the best available energy is no longer entering into your body because you change your breathing pattern. And finally, we landed up in just chest breathing. Only 40% lungs are used. And so we don't get the full capacity what we could have, done that. So that is why we, in the spiritual path, we learn 3:2 stomach breathing. And as I explain every time when somebody is initiated into Kriya and activating chakra, I explain this process in detail, but I'm just again explaining here. So stomach breathing does not mean we have to breathe with stomach. We breathe with lungs only. Okay. Only thing is, while inhalation, we expand our belly and or the stomach area. So in that, what happens is when we forcefully or willingly expand that like a balloon, while inhaling, our lungs is allowed to expand its 100% capacity. But if we do chest breathing, then only 40% of our lung capacities are used. So that is the difference. So we call it stomach breathing, but we don't breathe with stomach. When we intentionally we expand our belly, stomach area, our lungs, that our rib cage get expanded and we get complete, even the lower part of the lungs absorb that the oxygen, so we can go up to 100% if we do it correctly. So that is the purpose. So first is the amount of air we can get into our body and expand that. And 3:2, this cosmic rhythm maintains. Cosmic rhythm, it confirms that it is only the pranic energy that is entering. So that frequency is important. Not any other rhythm and it should be repeated, that's simple, like it should be like a swing, no? When you see the swing, it doesn't swing, of course, is 1:1, but it is just considered that there is a swing, which is, it is more while inhalation and little less while exhalation. Welcome, Arav. Okay. All right. So this is just for understanding purposes. 3:2 stomach breathing is a technique we use. We invoke that energy, and on top of it, we use that there are many types of prana in that prana, the highest level of prana is called Panch Mahaprana. There are 5 are Mahaprana, the higher level, minimum 10 times more powerful. The energy is there in that Mahaprana. So we invoke, if we do the stomach breathing with that external mudras, Pran Mudra, Pran, Apan, Saman, Uran, Vayan. If you do that, then when we do the stomach breathing, then that Mahaprana gets entered into our body. So that is the technique we use, our spiritual technique, what we follow, what we learn, received from Babaji. There are many techniques, by the way. I'm not saying this is the only technique, but the technique we follow is this. So we use the stomach breathing with the external mudras to invoke Panch Mahaprana in our body. So that's why we get the highest level of highest quality of prana, and we use the physical body, lungs, to receive the highest capacity. We kept the rhythm as a cosmic rhythm, which is a natural rhythm, and that's how we invoke the pranic energy into our body, higher level of pranic energy. So this is about how to invoke that pranic energy into our body. Now let's see that what happens that after we get that entered into our body, how we need to send it to all our body cells. One way it can reach through our blood, which is by the oxygen gets, in the lungs, it gets into the bloodstream and it goes to the cells. But the actual energy distribution, directly, blood is some indirect way of that. Is the purpose is little different to nourish the cells, but to energize the cells and vibrate at the higher level. So we need to use our energy network in our body. And like any house, you have to have some kind of electrical network. Some of them things are seen, some of them not seen, maybe concealed and all. So we our body also, we have that kind of system where the energy can be flown. And of course, we don't see them physically, but it is because it is in the energy dimension, energy network in our body in the energy dimension. That's why physically you don't see them. That energy network is in our body, a normal human body, we call the nadis. There are 72,000 nadis typically we have in our body. That 72,000 nadis, they transfer this energy to the cellular level at each and every part of our body. And when we just invoke that energy through this energy network, it reaches to all the cells of our body. And then when it receives the cell, this energy, our cellular vibration goes up. Each cell has got its own vibration. So that is we call cellular vibration. Also is called PEVF. That is personal energetic vibrational frequency, or simply PVF, personal vibrational frequency. All mean the same. It's your own cell has got its own vibration. It's not about moving or rotating anywhere. It's nothing to do with your movement. In its own place, it will vibrate. And that is called cellular vibrancy. Higher the cellular vibrancy, more, more the pranic level you are in. So that is, it's all this vibrations can be measured with this hearts. We have already given PVF can be measured. There is a whole research done by Dr. David Hawkins, Power versus Force. That's the name of the book. And but ultimately, the more you just invoke this energy, it will be there. But once we live our life, and slowly, the energy come down, because you need to have any light or fan. You have to continuously supply the energy to make it work. Suppose that some electric pump is working. To make the pump to lift the water, you have to continuously supply the electricity. If you stop supplying electricity, it will stop. Or if the supply gets reduced, it will slowly stop itself. Maybe motor will rotate on its own few times and slowly slow down because supply has stopped. Same with our physical body. Not only we have to invoke that energy and feed all these things to our energy network, our Nari system. Also have to maintain them. Yeah. So that's why regular breathing is needed to keep it topped up, keep the level of that. So if we can get more, then level goes up, and it is better for us. We can hold it for a longer time. And even the breathing, we practice. Suppose during the Kriya and all, many of the Kriya, the seekers, when they practice Kriya, they faced some time that sometimes our body gets completely saturated and breathing automatically stops. That's also possible. It's called Kevali Kumbhak. And the breathing slows down because I'm talking about the saturation level. I'm not talking the normal now. I say keep on saturating, and one time will come that it's reached. It cannot hold anymore. It's reached its maximum. Then your breathing slows down. Then one point your breathing automatically stops for a certain period of time. It's called Kevali Kumbhak. Kevali Kumbhak is an indication that you have reached at your peak. And if you hold that state, there many other the higher connections opens up at the time of Kevali Kumbhak. So that is, I'm just informing you, that also happens when you reach to the maximum level, it happens. And also we use this energy, this Pranik energy, to activate our central corridor of that, the 72,000 Naris, whatever I spoke about. They are all our body. There is a central highway in the body that is called Sushumna Nari, which is parallel to our spinal cord. So in that, and I just give an example of a highway, and it has got, say, 7 roundabouts or Gol Chakkar or island, whatever name you call it. So those are the chakras. They actually distribute this energy into that part of the body. But it is important for us to activate all of them, so that the traffic can flow freely through that. And this has been supported by 2, we call it service roads. That is called, the Sushumna Nari is the main corridor, energy corridor, and it is supported by 2. It goes like zigzag, but consider they are parallel to that highway. They are called Surya Nari and Chandra Nari. Also, it is known as Ida Nali and Pingla Nari. So these are the 2. They are service road. They support Sushumna Nari. And they also, these 2, in turn, they balance many things in our body, including body temperature, including the balance and the mental state, and which part of the brain we are working on, whether we have a logical brain or the creative brain, all they control that. So it's based on that, the Surya Nari and Chandra Nari. Surya Nari, which is indicating of generating heat, and then Chandra Nari generating cooling. But both of them combine the balance our thing. We need to maintain a certain body temperature. So in our body, so that all other organs and cells can function well. Higher temperature is also not good, and the lower also not good. So we need to maintain that a particular envelope, particular bandwidth of temperature, so that our body can function at its peak. So, and during this breathing activity, sometimes the temperature, the energy goes high, the temperature also changes, the balance that automatically in the body, the Surya Nari, Chandra Nari does that. So this is about this, the energy system in our body, and the part of the Kriya we learn, the primary purpose is to activate those chakras, that Sushumna Nari is clear, so that our spiritual energy, which is Kundalini energy, which is dormant near our root chakra, that gets a full passage up. Every time we energize our body and we practice Kriya, that goes up. But only thing is, our system cannot maintain it at that level, so it slowly comes down. When it will be permanently passed through all these things, then your connection with your higher dimensions, the next one is the energy dimension. So you could first connect with the energy dimension, and energy dimension further connect with all higher dimensions. So you have a passage. Whether you go there or not, it's up to you. But the connection, that the technique to open up is this. So when we do that, the Kriya practice, initially first the master did the first time opening up the chakras, which is called initiation. So initiation has three parts. First is unblocking the chakras, and then aligning the chakras, make them sure it is in parallel one by one, and energizing them so that it start rotating. So that first time the master does, because he or she invokes that divine energy, pass through that and give Shaktipat to the seeker for the first time like this. Or it can be done remotely also through the intention. Like the basic principle of energy flow is invoking energy is one, but transferring energy to somewhere, the technique is you have to put the intention, focus, attention to a certain particular point, then it will go there. And when after the initial initiation, when you have to get these chakras activated, you have to focus there. Focus will be inhaling that 3:2 stomach breathing, but when you focus in the chakra, it will go there. So that's why during the Kriya, the focus needs to be shifted from one chakra to another, no physical movement. And no leaving it loose, then it will distribute, everywhere. That we need to concentrate that energy in particular chakras to get that, to activate them. Activation needs a very high level of energy concentration needed there. It is like 100 times more powerful energy needed than our physical energy, what we used to have walking, talking, running, whatever. It is 100 times more than that. So it cannot be achieved physically. So that's why we invoke pranic energy through air, and then we can use that by focusing it. So to transferring energy, we need to have our attention and focus to do that. So it will go there. And same technique has been used for healing. When the masters channel healing to someone, you might have seen that I'm asking, give me the name of the person and the present location. Why? Because if we use the same technique, I'm just giving you the techniques how the healing has been done for others. First, you energize yourself. Okay, get this clean connection energy. Whatever technique you know, so you use that. If you want stomach breathing, is fine. And there are many ways you can invoke energy. It can be sound, some vibration, some kind of chanting, and the mantras and all. And you can create some of the sound vibration. Some of the method, like the tribals and all, they use some kind of drum and beating the drum and dancing, and all these are just to invoke that high energy. You go into that. So once you have invoked the energy, no matter what method you did, so in our case, we did through the stomach breathing, and all the persons who have a higher bodies are clean, they get more energy because the passage is clear. So then once it is invoked, then you have to put intention to whom it has to go. So we need the name and the location, it will go there. And this energy dimension, there is no time and space, so it goes instantly. So anywhere, any part of the world, it goes instantly, and the person receives that energy. So now let me give you the understanding of why we need this energy. Because if our energy level goes down, then the diseases come. We fall into the disease, whether it is a physical, mental, etc. It is all about that you have not, your energy level is not at peak. It has come down. Lower the energy, more the chances of getting into this the diseases. Then, and also if you get emotional, your breathing pattern changes. Along with the air, you take a lot of negative energies. The thought pattern also, you attract some. If you negative thought pattern, you attract more negative energies into your body, and that creates disease. It is simple. So how to do that? We have to call that energy flushing. We have to flush that with this pranic energy. So 3-2 stomach breathing, if you practice daily, your body will be flushed with this energy, the pranic energy, which runs your life, which you need. And then whatever the negative here and there, that will run away. So same here, if we have to send somebody is not in a position to do that themselves, so that maybe some patient or somebody, they don't are in a position to do that themselves. They don't know Kriya maybe. They can, so then they need additional energy from somewhere, some source. So that's why those masters, they heal, they invoke that kind of energy and transfer that to them through this way. It's called intention healing. Like you intend, energy goes there. So wherever the deficiency is, even you have to find out what is the problem is. Fundamental problem is the energy has come down. If you saturate that person's with energy, top up that with energy, no matter where the deficiencies get filled in, and they got full of energy, and the healing happens. That's how healing is done. So, and this you can do also. It is for others. So the master can do it because they can, in a very short amount of time, they can invoke huge amount of energy, and that can be transferred. So that can goes there. But at the same time, the person who is receiving the healing. Now let me give you understanding why the different people have a different time frame of getting healed. Some people get healed very quickly. Some take very long time, maybe months. It of course depends upon the level of the disease, but also it depends upon the absorbing capacity of that person. I normally give an analogy of it is nothing to do with the person who is sending the healing energy. It's not that the bigger master, lower master, and higher. It's all same energy, and all masters channel the same pranic energy. It's not different. But person who is receiving, they have a receiving capacity, and that makes the difference. Okay, disease itself is one, but other than that, there are a few things are needed. Like they need to be willing to receive the energy. If somebody is in a doubt or denial, they say, "Oh, I don't believe in all these things," it will be very difficult to heal that person because it is not in a position to accept that energy or help or whatever you call it. If you are not accepting it. So this is one way. So we need not to go into that level where the doubt or things that the doubt about any kind, the process, method, the person or whoever. You need not to worship the person, but at least you appreciate the energy channel what you are receiving. And also the best way to receive. I'm talking about if those are not done, they will not get 100%. But whatever to make sure you get maximum. To get maximum, also you need to have the attitude of gratitude. If you are grateful, you receive maximum. Also, I normally give a analogy of why some people take long time to get healed because they are internally not accepting or something like that. Let me explain it this way, analogy in this way. Suppose you wanted to cook some vegetable curry. You have bought vegetables, all cut, chopped, and all this, whatever salt, turmeric, whatever you want to give. Put the pan on the oven and put some oil, and you have to start cooking. Then you put all the vegetables there. So there is half an hour has gone, nothing is happening. Vegetables are intact. Then 1 hour gone, nothing is happening. So what can be the reason for that? So that is taking so much of time for cooking. It is not about the vegetable, not about the vegetables are bad or the oil is bad, or it's not like that. Most likely, whatever happened is the pan what you are cooking, that is not heated enough. You need to raise that flame or the heat so that you come to a level, the oil starts boiling or bubbling, and then it can start its cooking. Then after that you put some water and close it and things like that. But if the heat is not enough, the pan is not heated enough, even if the ingredients are correct, cooking will not happen, or it will take a huge amount of time if the temperature is low. So same thing happens when somebody who receives the healing. If from their side, if they can do little bit of higher the vibration, it helps. It helps to make the cooking faster. So one is the attitude of gratitude, but anyway, you can at least your negative thinking and all this thing you can able to reduce, minimize. You get healing faster because you're getting healing energy and thinking negative, worst case scenario, and fearful. Then those will drain away those kind of energies. Your body will not get the healing, whatever is needed. So that is being wasted. It's coming one way, going another way. It's like a tank is leak. So the water is going out from there. The level is not being maintained. So I'm just giving you for the understanding purposes. So that's why when the healing is done, we also say that keep yourself in the mentally also the grateful mode. Keep your vibration little higher so that the pan is heated enough so that cooking can happen and happen quickly. At a certain temperature, cooking can happen quickly. So this is understanding of why some cases the healing takes long time, or even if it is healed, again it comes back. Because if you don't change the pattern which caused the disease, if you are in that same pattern, the disease will come back. Sometimes it's depending on our thought process, sometimes depending on our lifestyle, something depending upon our habits, whatever the cause may be. If the old habits are there, it will again come back. So this is how it goes. So into that. So, but if you go to that level when you regularly doing this, the Kriya, and Kriya is also stomach breathing is built into the Kriya, or you can do 108 stomach breathing in the morning. You will be already in the level where you can receive this and you can get this effect very quickly. And now finally, let me explain how we do self-healing. Like it is the healing to others. Not everybody can do that. As I'm saying that it needs also a permission from the divine. So even though there is chances of harm is less, but it is also possible that you can harm the other person if your energy is not pure. So that's why it is not given, everybody is given permission to heal others, because your impression will also go with that. As somebody who is pure, even in the like a gazing, if you're looking into the eyes, they can transfer energy. The communication can transfer the energy. So because the purity transfers, that's all. So that's why there is a high standard of the people who heal others. They need to maintain themselves high. Not because of themselves, because they are the agent, the channel, the carriers. So they need to be proper. Like suppose, there are some tankers that deliver milk, and there are other tankers that deliver, say maybe what is called the road construction material. The cleanliness standard of the milk carrier will be much, much higher than the road construction material. Because there is a chance of contamination and toxicity is involved there. The milk is contaminated. Maybe many babies will die after drinking that milk. So their standard is very high. Same here. The standard of cleanliness of those who are healers, their standard is very, very high. So that's why normally it is not given you to heal others. But what you can do is you can teach them the techniques which can do on their own, so that you are not involved here. So every time you not get a master who can heal. No? So what do? You need to learn your self-healing techniques. First and foremost, your self-healing is the stomach breathing itself. If you practice stomach breathing, your body gets healed. No matter where the disease is because you are raising the vibration, it will run away. As simply, you need to find out where the problem is. Wherever it is, your body will function as a peak level. And also, if you practice Kriya and all that, you will be an energization channel. You will be connected. So then your spiritual evolution also will happen in that sense. And at the same time, you will do that. So this you can teach anybody. If somebody wants to have that, they want to have a better health, you teach them 108 stomach breathing. Here you are not channeling healing. They themselves use their technique to do that. That anybody can teach that. There is no such permission needed here. Kriya initiation needs permission. Kriya you should not teach others unless until you are authorized to do that. But stomach breathing you can teach anybody because they are doing it themselves. It doesn't need initiation also. So I'm just explaining the logic, why this is okay and that is not okay. So that I'm just explaining. If you know understand the logic, then you can decide what can be done on that one. Okay, and another self-healing technique we use, normally use it, the Kaya Upasana, which is second stage of our six-step meditation. So in that case, so what we do, we have to, first we scan our body. Scan means by just focusing, shifting the focus from our toe to the top of the head. And then we do that, the scanning. And in that, if you find there is any discomfort anywhere, any pain or anything, so that area basically asking your attention. This pain or discomfort is a signal that there is a deficiency in energy. Whatever might have caused it, some negativity, some block or whatever, doesn't matter. But it only indicates that that area needs your attention, it needs more energy. So now I'm giving you the technique that I'm explaining the technique, we are already using it, technique how to do that, self-healing. So after you scan and find out, suppose there are 3 points you find there is some little bit thing, some pain in the knee or some backbone, there is something, or also maybe little bit ear here, some kind of, some pinching type of thing is there. So there are 3 area, little bit of discomfort or pain is there. You need to heal yourself. So what you do, when you inhale, it's all Pranik energy. So do 3:2 stomach breathing, sit down. If you're not in a meditation, then you are already doing it. But if you're not, you can even do it while normally sitting down. Sit down peacefully, then you breathe in, 3:2 stomach breathing, and you focus on the first area where you need that. With the intention, just add the intention that the healing energy is entering into my body to heal myself. And this, when you focus there, the healing energy automatically goes there. And then we exhaling, then you intend whatever caused that, the pain or discomfort, any kind of negativity, block, whatever, known, unknown, doesn't matter. It's whatever caused that is going out from my body by exhalation. And repeat that 7 times. If you're not going, you can increase it up to 21 times. It's up to you. But normally it goes within 7, inhale it goes and leave it there. So you have 3 points to do. So then you shift to the second point, the backbone. Say knee you started, then go to the backbone, wherever that you're feeling discomfort. Focus there and do the same, repeat this exercise. Breathe in and breathe out 7 times and with intention, not without intention. Okay, intention that I'm breathing in and the healing energy entering into our body and healing myself. And then when breathing out, and so whatever caused this pain or discomfort is going out from my body. You put the clear intention. Don't think something else during that time. Then energy will go whatever you're thinking. Okay? It will not heal your body. So do that. And then the third place, once it is done, 7 times or so, then you complete thankful to the divine for healing yourself, and that complete the process. That's how we do the self-healing. You can do it in the second step of your 6-step meditation. You can take your time, do that. And if there is nothing, you are fine. You need to bring a pain to heal it. Just if nothing is there, you're automatically healthy, it is absolutely fine. So this is the way you can self-heal yourself. Okay. So that completes our, topic of discussion. So if there is any question, so you are welcome to ask me. Yes.
Yeah.
So you are.
The question is, suppose while doing the Kriya Pasana, second step, right? I find the pain on my knee. I focus on attention. At that point, I have to do 7
breathing. Yeah, you are anyway breathing. Yeah. Okay, let me just say what Shaibal is asking here. His question is, suppose during that the meditation, if I feel some pain in the knee, then that time I have to focus on the knee, not on my own meditation. Yes. Okay, you have to do that and do this exercise, because wherever your focus is, your energy will go there.
So that moment I'm doing breathe 7 times, focusing on.
That's right. That moment you focus on the area where it is discomfort is and do this healing. By the way, you can repeat it any number of times, maybe 3-4 times in a day if you need. You can do that. That's absolutely fine. Yes, Monali.
Guruji, about this 3:2 stomach breathing. Generally, during 108 stomach breathing, what we do is first 25 is 3:2, and then 25 2:2, and then it is very fast.
No, all are 3:2. Monali, all are 3:2 ratio. Only it is slower and faster, but the ratio is same. It's like Indian flag, no? 1.5 and 1. The flag may be bigger or smaller, but ratio will not change. The timing only will change, but not the ratio. And in stomach breathing, if you do that, just read that material. No, read that; it will be clearly given. Only it will be faster, but ratio will not change. Like just now, I have an example of the Indian flag. Flag can be smaller size, bigger size, very big size, but the ratio, length versus width, will not change. That is a specification. Same here.
Okay, then I was doing it wrong, because for the last 51, I was doing even that 8 where we are expanding our stomach as much as we can. That is also 3:2 ratio, Guruji.
All are 3:2. All breathing, whatever we take, is 3:2. Only the timing is different. Like something is faster. Short breathing is, but it is still, inhalation is little longer than the medium one. 3 seconds, but it is still, inhalation is longer than exhalation. And in the stomach breathing, you watch the video. It is clearly given there.
Okay.
Follow that in the instruction guided one.
Thank you, Guruji.
By the way, just to, I will, Nirupam, I'll come to you. If, because of it's showing some kind of message, the link may go. So if you see that link is dropped, okay, I'll post another link. Okay, join in the second link if it is dropped. Okay, clear? Don't click the same link. I'll post a new link. I'll start the meeting again and we'll continue. I'm just informing you. Yes, Nirupam, go ahead.
Yeah. This prana is it is there in the air. It is in which form? It is in physical dimension or it is in pranic dimension?
No, it's in the energy dimension.
It is in the energy
dimension. Physical dimension.
Not in physical. It has nothing to do with oxygen, actually.
No, oxygen is there, but only thing is, but in the pranic energy, in the nature, it comes in the energy form. Oxygen, it takes as a carrier. Like you sit in a bus, the bus takes you somewhere. It doesn't mean it has to change you inside the bus. Oxygen is a carrier of that energy, not the energy itself.
Okay. And second part of the question is that if it is continuously getting depleted by all the and this thing, then how it is again replenished by what means?
No, by breathing only. We keep
No,
breathing.
but by the nature, by air is losing it. So how
Oh,
air
they come from sunlight.
comes?
Sunlight.
Yeah.
That is our source. Everything comes from the sunlight. Even I'm giving in the nature, if you raise your, I'm just for information only, I'm saying, if you raise your vibration, you can see the prana in the nature itself. Sometimes during some kind of coughing and all those things, you go to that vibration, you see small, the toadpole, like small fish, like one small spot with its tail, that kind of thing you can see in the air. That is a prana. Okay.
सर आई हैव अ क्वेश्चन
Yeah. Okay.
सर जब हम लोग पेन पे कंसंट्रेट कर रहे हैं उस वक्त हम लोग को कोई मुद्रा भी बनाना है ना हाथ का
Not necessarily. जरूरी नहीं है. सेल्फ फीलिंग के लिए है तो जरूरी नहीं है. लेकिन अगर मेडिटेशन के अंदर कुछ कर रहे हैं तो ऑफ कोर्स वो मेडिटेशन के टाइम जो भी मुद्रा है, चिन्ह मुद्रा उसमें रहे, नो प्रॉब्लम.
ओके
सेल्फ फीलिंग में ये मुद्रा इज नॉट नेसेसरी.
और सर ये डीप ब्रीथिंग प्रैक्टिस के बाद में जैसे ये हम लोग पेन को देख रहे हैं कर रहे हैं उसके बाद में भी अगर पेन फील करते हैं देन
To continue, do again.
Okay.
Just like we keep taking medicine till this disease is cured. This is a technique. You use